Hi, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. Today's junk journal is one of the biggest sizes I do. They're very difficult to put together because of their size, but this one is 7 3/4 by 11 1/4. That is a big junk journal, and one of the uses for a junk journal like this is often people who want to add their own artwork or different mediums and different ways to make it their own. So this is an actual art book from 1890, and this plate here is from 1903. It is a beautiful plate that I pulled from an antique book, Lucy E. Kempt Welsh, and she's doing some artwork here, and I love it. I kept it very simple because it is such a beautiful old book, and also the artist who wants to own this beautiful junk journal can add more decorations and such to the front. These are the original first pages. It's a deep navy blue. I know it looks probably black, but it is gorgeous, so I've kept that attached as it is. And look at these beautiful first pages. We've got the publication date down here, 1890. So there's lots of room here to do some collaging or journaling. Anatomy for artists. It's just so special. This is a 100-year-old children's book page, art education book, and I love the color of it. You got the kids here doing their artwork. This came from a design book, a vintage design book. Look at the typography here. It's so beautiful. Another one of the original pages of this book here. And then this here is a 70-year-old plate from a beautiful book. And look at the pastels used in here. And I believe this is pastel. Absolutely beautiful print. So you can journal on the front and back of that as well. Now this here is a piece out of an art book, a different art book, and it says here, The March of Realism in the 19th Century. So we've got a beautiful Renoir here. And then here is one of my favorite things in this book. It is a 50-year-old Edith Holden page from the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. She is everybody's favorite. If you're an avid junk journaler, you will know. You'll see a lot of replicas of this, but this is a true vintage piece and it's absolutely stunning. And then we have another one of these beautiful design pages. Now this is kind of cool. This came from a 50-year-old book on paper crafting. So we've got the index here. This is just a 1937 5-year diary page that I thought an artist could have a lot of fun with there. This is super duper fun. Look at this. You've got the little artist palette up here, and then a whole beautiful 1940s page here on crafts and art and decor. It's just so pretty. And I did not do this. This is how I received it. Isn't that pretty? Somebody cut that out. Obviously an artist. This is really neat. This fell out of a different art book that I have, and it is somebody's artwork, and it is extremely old, and I can tell that because this name on the back here, Janet Stewart, is done with an old quilled pen and ink. So pretty cool. And then of course the pocket here is a 1940s children's book page, more artwork here. And this is another 1925 from the art education. This is chapter 3 on landscapes. Look at this beautiful piece here, again with the palette with a picture of ships back there. And that is from the this book here. Nope, that's a lie. This is from a Girl's Own annual. This here is stunning. Again, art education book. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? And then this is a Things to Make and Do from 1962. So 60 something years old. I can do this, 63 years old. This is a beautiful plate from the Teacher's Manual of Art. Another beautiful book. I'm going to turn that into its own journal, that book. But look at this pretty impressionist. This is a 60-year-old plate of an antique print. And then this here is a fruit etching. So that is on a wood block, that one done. So an artist would have sketched that onto a wood block for printing. And then in here, I've got this beautiful, also a 1960s print of a 1909 piece, and that is Henri Rousseau from Paris. Isn't that cool? It's, yeah, just really, really neat. Oh, sorry, that goes in this pocket here. I put 2 pages together here to make that pocket. There we go. And then I've got a crochet pocket here. And this is another one, Elements of Ornament. This came from my Designs for Arts and Crafts book. Antique paper on one side. Isn't that exquisite? Look at that. So beautiful. This is really cool. This fell out with along with that boat picture. This was also in that book. Look at this. Isn't that wonderful? I just am so in love with this. Somebody was learning to paint fruit. Looks like it was maybe done in an art class. Yeah, that was a real treat to find that fall out of the book. This is from the 1930s here, and I added it from this children's book. It's one of those fuzzy cardstock pages. N is the National Gallery, which with many a wonderful picture is rich. And that's an English piece. I love it. This came from 1920s children's book, A Youthful Artist. This little boy is painting a mural on the side of a home. And this is an art card, and it is from the early 1970s. And I just really, really like it. So since it was artist print, I put that in there as well. This is another Things to Make and Do page. And this is from the 50s. This is from that Hogarth book that I've been doing a lot of plates out of from the 1850s. And that's the leather piece there that I turned into a pocket. And this here is pretty cool. Look at this. This is an antique book. This is actually the back of the front's exactly the same, but Billy Whisker's painting and drawing book. It was a little bit destroyed, but I just thought it was such a cool piece, and somebody can have a lot of fun maybe collaging with that or just enjoying it the way it is. Here is a wonderful piece here. Now, the reason this is in an art book is because they would have printed the postcard, and then some lucky person got to draw the glitter, glue and glitter all around the flowers. And that one is from 1907. Date on the back there. Pretty neat, right? And then this is that sculpting in paper book from the 70s, I believe. So I just turned it into a little mini book and added some antique paper in there, so you can enjoy that for journaling or whatever you like. It's pretty fun. And then this here is a plate out of a vintage book, but I love how this was drawn by the artist very loosely. And you can journal on the back of that. And then because this is a children's art piece, another one of these children's handmade paper doll dresses. They even add the little tabs to wrap around the paper doll. I just thought that was adorable. So we have to have children's art in there. And then some pressed flowers because they're beautiful. And this is a wonderful page here as well, the art scholarship. And then this here is another piece. It fell out of a different book, but I still love it. Somebody drew a pear with a pencil, and I put it in this pocket here. Also, this is a 100-year-old page here from the Teacher's Manual art book again. The drawing of fruit. So I put the fruit picture in there. Right? Gotta love it. I just did a fun cluster here. Feeling artistic. There's a wonderful plate there that hangs in the Louvre in Paris. And then this is a from Quebec City. Whoopsie. And it is a hand-done piece here, and hand-painted, hand-drawn. They littered the sidewalks, the artists. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of camera here. The artists in Quebec City. It's pretty fun. This is another plate from the 1925 book on the Teacher's Art Manual, as well as this is another different art education book. This is another plate showing the stages of the artwork there. This is another piece from a completely different book. Look at how cool this is. So it's how to do drawings in perspective. Yep. Just I could go on forever. This is just a beautiful, another beautiful etching by a German artist, and that is from 1885. And then this is from the Girls' Own Annual here from 1913, the Palette Club. So we've got a bunch of art pieces there. This is a gorgeous art plate here, and that's out of Art History. Look at that. I love it. That is called a 3-color plate. This is the color circle, also a 100-year-old piece. And then you can do all kinds of fun stuff in here. Just fill it entirely with your own journaling. One of the most famous art pieces, of course, is the Blue Boy, and this came out of an antique art book, this one. And it's in very good shape. This is, again, from Art Education, 1925. Look at that beautiful parrot, how colorful, but this is one of my favorites. I just love how colorful that is for 100 years old. That just makes me so happy. Here's another art page, easy things to draw. Isn't that fun? Look at that. So the reason I included this music sheet is because this was a hand-drawn piece for the cover of this probably 1930s music folio and on the Riviera, which I love. I even love the typography on there. Just love it. And then My Desire, which is art. Look at these little elves here with their paintbrushes and their palette and a little bunny. Colored pictures. Added some antique lace here. This is another art education book page. Gorgeous autumn colors. Here's a gentleman out in the forest drawing some of the fall colors. This is a fantastic National Art Gallery piece here from Canada. It's stunning. That is what we call the Group of Seven, one of their artists. And this doesn't look artistic, and I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but somebody actually sat with a ruler and drew all of these lines. Or maybe they even freehanded it, but it's just a cool little thing that I thought was art in it of itself. And I just added some antique paper there for journaling. So I thought somebody could make this even more beautiful with their own artwork. And then the last page is just another piece of art education from an even different art book. And that brings us to the end. So I hope you love this as much as I loved making it. Hyperstamper.etsy.com. All my information's below. Don't forget to subscribe and come back soon.